Hey, hi ho, and howdy everyone. My name is Shannon Olshook, and welcome to a little bit of a video that I didn't ever want to have to make, but you know, when things are the way they are, you kind of just have to talk about them. Before we get started, I do want to apologize that I am a little late getting to this conversation. Over the past week, I've been having a real difficult time at home. There'll be an update video that'll also be coming out here this week, where I'll go into much more detail, but I'll save it for that. Just had a bit of an emergency and something that I definitely had to deal with, so I wasn't able to get around to doing anything. I had to cut videos way short. Last week, I only got 2 things done when I wanted to get significantly more than that. But yeah. That was the start of that week, and then considering what this is, you will know that the week got worse. Yeah, I also considered kind of writing this down, and reading it instead of just trying to do it off the top of my head, because, I don't know, it's something I want to do right, but a part of me is also saying, well, me doing that kind of, I feel like, takes away from what I want to say as well. So in the end, I decided not to. So I'm just going to kind of say what I can as I go. I don't intend for it to be super long, but I did just want to say a couple of quick things. For those of you who aren't aware, over the past week, I believe it was on the 18th of July, there was it definitely wasn't an accident. There was an incident that took place over in Japan involving Kyoto Animation and their studio and a whole lot of people in it. It was a very, very bad thing, and because of one very bad person's actions, a lot of people aren't here anymore that, really, really should be. And, I don't know, it's a really difficult thing to talk about, because even though I don't know any of those people personally, obviously the works and the art and the things that those people have done and made over the years have affected me greatly. I mean, we're watching a series right now on the channel that they are responsible for, and they've made countless other things that I didn't even realize that they were responsible for, that I either am aware of or have personally seen, that have affected me in ways, whether it's just giving me a laugh when I needed one in a difficult time, or when I needed something a little bit more. Again, this isn't something I intend to talk about for too long, but it's obviously something that did need to be addressed, because, again, a lot of people who really should be here and should be creating amazing things and who are responsible for creating art that has touched people throughout the whole goddamn world aren't now. And I guess the main things that I want to get across with this is that, number one, I just want to say that, kind of retroactively for everything that came before, and, what we're doing now and what we're going to do in the future, I just would like to say that I am personally dedicating every single KyoAni related thing that we do here on the channel, specifically to the folks who have gone through what they've been through and who aren't here anymore. There's no doubt many of those people who are in a very bad way at the moment or aren't here anymore were personally responsible for these things that we sit here and watch and enjoy, and I laugh at, and I smile at, and I tear up at. And it's kind of difficult because it's something I've been thinking about for a while now since it happened. Was like, it almost seems silly to dedicate, reaction videos and things like that to something like this. But it's also, I think the main thing I want to get across by doing that is I want to show as much love and respect and appreciation and support for those people and for the art that they've made. I want them to know that they have touched the lives of many, many, many people, that they have, like, again, I'm still just getting around to so many of the things that they've made. They have created art that have and will continue to, for damn near forever, affect people. Whether it be, again, just making them laugh, making them cry, making them, holy shit, that's fucking beautiful. I haven't seen an insane amount of KyoAni stuff, but there's been a few things in particular that I absolutely adore. I adore Dragon Maid. It's an incredibly fun time. A Silent Voice is one of my favorite films. It affects me very deeply, and I appreciate it for the story that it tells, even though it really hurts a lot of the time when I think about it. I want them to know, and again, I'm not expecting they'll ever see it, they'll ever know about it, or anything like that, but I want to send the message across as best I can that I appreciate what they've done, that I love what they've done, and that they will continue to affect me and countless other people forever. And I hope that one day they can return to what I'm sure so many of them love to do. The great things that they've managed to make. Not just, for us, but for themselves, for everyone, for the art itself. So yeah, that was the biggest thing, is I want to just say that from this point on, everything else related to Hyouka, all of the previous episodes, anything else KyoAni related we ever do, I'm going to be personally dedicating to them, to the memory of those who aren't with us anymore, and to the lives of those who still are, who are in a bad way. Again, it probably doesn't mean much. It's such a small thing, but I just want them to know what they've done for us and how much we appreciate them. Along with this, I also will be putting in the description of both this video and all future, at least all of the future of Hyouka that we'll be doing on the channel. I'm going to be putting links to ways that you can help donate or help in any way that you guys might be able to help the folks who are out there. There's a few ways that I know that you can do it. You can either support them directly by purchasing stuff on their website, which is one of the ways I will try and make sure is linked in the descriptions, as well as I know Sentai Filmworks has been setting up a fundraiser to do what they can to raise money to help them. The one thing is, from what I understand, they don't really even know how they're going to be able to get that money to them, but they're trying. So if you don't feel comfortable giving it there for them to give off, again, I would recommend trying to support them directly. From what I understand, their site is all in Japanese, so I'll also try and give a link to any way I can help folks like myself who can't read Japanese to, kind of figure out how to use it. I remember seeing a tweet a little while ago that was trying to kind of explain that way around things. And if you can't, that's fine. So much as a shout out can, mean the world to people like that. So Yeah, I don't have a ton much more I can say on this topic other than that. It's a difficult one, and I like to keep things as positive here as I can, but it's difficult with this kind of a situation. The only other thing I think I really wanted to say is that, again, this is a very difficult time. It's a tragedy to think about the work that was lost, the lives that were lost, the people who were affected by it. I guess the best thing that I can say is to try and view things how I'm trying to look at it. It's the way I try to view most things like this, because it's not an easy way to go about things, but I do think it is the better one. And that is to think less of the tragedy itself and more think less of the loss, but think more on the memory. Think about what they did, the art they've made, the people they were. It's the way I think it's best to kind of handle a situation like this. Yeah. So, again, to everyone out there, to the victims of the arson, I just want to say that we love you and appreciate you and the things that you've done. And we really hope that you guys can pull through this as best as you possibly can. I know that these things don't fix what happened, but hopefully they'll just alleviate a little bit of the weight on you guys, if nothing else. And I hope you guys can come back stronger than ever and create the art you guys love to make, or just to get your lives back. Thank you. And again, please feel free to take a look at the links in the description to do what you guys can. I'm going to do my best to not talk about this too much in Hyouka and stuff going on forward. I will obviously have to mention it a little bit just at the very beginning of the next video that we do at the very least. But again, I want to personally think about the tragedy less and more about the things that they've done for us. I want to be able to go back in there and watch that series and think about Mayaka and how great she is and the great people who are responsible for bringing her to me. Yeah. So, anyway, with that, I'm gonna go. I'm sorry again to bring that house down a little bit, but it just felt like something I needed to talk about. And, yeah. To everyone out there, thank you. I love you. Take care. And again, to those affected, thank you for everything that you guys have done. We love you guys.